Welcome to the University of Birmingham talk show. On my panel, I have Mr. Paul from the School of Law, and I have Mr. Bilal, an alumni of University of Birmingham. Welcome today to the show.
Thank you so much. We're delighted to be here again at SI UK.
So, why should a student choose University of Birmingham?
That's a really good question. And I always say that there's probably four really distinctive reasons to choose University of Birmingham for your law degree. The first one is that we are one of the top universities in the world. We're consistently amongst the top 100 universities worldwide, and we're one of the prestigious Russell Group law schools. A second reason is our strong international focus. We attract students and staff from all over the world. Around 40% of our students are international students, and we teach law from a very international perspective. So for a student here in the UAE who's looking at studying a law degree, Birmingham provides a really international foundation to both the study of law and a future professional legal career. A third reason, linking to what I just said, is our strong focus on employability. We're continually recognised as one of the universities in the UK that produces the most employable graduates. And fourth and finally, I think, is the city of Birmingham. Birmingham is the second largest city in the UK, so there's a lot going on. It's an exciting place to be. It's very diverse, very international. But at the same time, it's not London. So as a campus university in a large city, we offer a really good student experience, but with considerably lower living costs and an environment that's easier to settle into, probably, than being in London and a really large, more expensive city. So I find those are some of the reasons typically why a student would choose Birmingham. I'm keen to ask Bilal, what attracted you to Birmingham when you chose to join us for your law with business degree?
Yeah, I think one of the main reasons was the city itself. Like you said, it's very hospitable to international students. Also, because Birmingham has a very diverse population. You have people from all sorts of backgrounds, so it's quite easy to settle in, quite easy to sort of relate to people as well. And other than that, obviously, I think as you mentioned, it's one of the top 100 universities in the world, and that's a big lure as well amongst employers. So yeah, those are the two main reasons why.
Thanks a lot.
So, what support do you have for international students?
Well, we have lots of support for international students as we understand that it's a big transition that students are making from studying outside of the UK to studying in the UK at Birmingham Law School. So first of all, we have a lot of tutor support available. We have an international student tutor. Every student will also have an allocated personal tutor as well, who will meet with them regularly to check their progress and ensure that everything is going well. Additionally, all of the teaching staff are very accessible, and we have regular academic support hours to assist our students with any academic matters that they need assistance with. We also have the Birmingham Skills Academy, which is useful for all students, but particularly for international students. If they're feeling a bit less confident about studying in the UK, they can voluntarily take on some extra classes and activities that will help them make that transition to the study of law in the first year. I think the thing to remember is that at Birmingham, we have many international students, so it will certainly not just be you that's making that adaptation and that transition to studying law in the UK. And just by speaking with your tutors and colleagues on the programme, you'll find that there's plenty of support there for you. And we're all very experienced at working with international students. I think maybe it would be interesting to hear from Bilal. How did you find that transition from studying outside the UK and the support that was provided at Birmingham?
Yes, I think, like you mentioned, the key one was having someone to support you throughout your studies, which is a tutor, a personal tutor. So that made the transition much easier because they have the insights of what is required to be successful at law school. So that was definitely one of the key sort of things that helped me transition well into law school. Other than that, I think it's the seminars and constant seminars on bi-weekly basis with lectures. So I think it's really geared towards students getting the best exposure to law and introduction to law in the first year. Yeah, that's.
So, can you tell us about the School of Law and the programs?
Absolutely. So a bit more information about Birmingham Law School. We're one of the largest law schools in the UK and also one of the oldest, having been set up around 100 years ago. Like the university, we're very highly ranked. According to Times Higher Education, we're currently ranked 75th in the world. And like the university, we're a very international law school with nearly 2,000 students, around 40% of whom are originally from outside the UK. And in fact, more than half of our teaching faculty are from an international background. So it makes a great environment for international students to complete their law degrees. We offer a wide variety of programs and also have this very strong focus on employability.
So, creating an application. So, I'm not sure if you actually review application, but if a student wants to actually go and study law, I mean, how should his university application be? What should he focus on? So,
well, it's a really good question about how to put forward a good application for Birmingham or equally any UK university. I think a really key starting point is to make use of the fantastic service offered by SI UK. You have real experts here who have years of experience of helping students with their university applications and advising about appropriate programs and the information that needs to be in the application. So definitely make good use of your counsellor's expertise. But having seen many thousands of statements, personal statements in applications over the years, what I would suggest is to, first of all, emphasise your commitment to studying the particular subject, in this case, law. We want to see what your decision making is, what's attracted you to the subject, why are you studying it, what are your future employability plans. We want to know what's motivating you so that we can see that you're going to be a committed student. Then what's also important is not just writing about the academic side. If you're looking at studying law, there's a lot of other transferable skills as well as the pure academic skills that are important. For example, the ability to organise yourself and your communication skills, your abilities to work well with others. So we're looking through what you write in your personal statement for evidence that you have not just strong academic ability, but you're someone that likes to get involved, that you have those good transferable skills that will make you an asset to the law school if you were to join Birmingham.
So I've heard for international students, you have a study abroad program. So can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. We have a fantastic study abroad program at the University of Birmingham, which is very much in keeping with the international focus of the law school. If students want to study abroad, they initially come on a 3-year law program, but they have the option in their first year to transfer to the 4-year law degree, which can involve studying at one of our partner universities and campuses worldwide. One option could be our University of Birmingham Dubai campus, where you can spend a year studying, but we also have partnerships with over 50 universities around the world. Some of the most popular countries to go to would be Canada, the United States, or Australia, but we also have partnerships across Europe and Asia as well. And it's a really distinctive aspect of the student experience to be able to gain that international exposure of a year abroad. If a student doesn't like the idea of a full year abroad, we also have shorter term summer internships, usually for a month at a time, where a student can go to a different country around the world. And those tend to be professionally focused legal internships that students can use to develop their international legal experience.
And the law degrees, so how are they accredited or internationally recognized for a student?
The law degrees at University of Birmingham are very well recognised internationally. We're on most of the key accreditation lists. For example, our law programmes are recognised by the Bar Council of India, they're recognised in Malaysia, they're recognised in Singapore, they are recognised degrees that you can use to qualify in Canada, for example. They also make you eligible for certain programmes for the New York Bar. Obviously, there's quite complex rules, and we would work with you to ensure that you're selecting an appropriate programme. But mainly, there's the reassurance that University of Birmingham degrees are really well recognised and provide an excellent starting point for international careers, not just in the UK, but all around the world, including the UAE.
Wow. So what about the employability rate?
Well, the employability rate at University of Birmingham is very high. Every year, there's a survey done of graduate employers, and we always rank very highly, consistently in the top 3 UK universities for our employability. One important thing there is the strong reputation of the university as a top 100 Russell Group university, which we know employers find attractive. But another aspect is the focus on employability within our curriculum. We have tailored our degree to help students develop their employability. And also we have a wide range of extracurricular activities that provide students with information and skills development to support their legal career journey. But Bilal, as one of our alumni, if I can ask you about this, you obviously were at Birmingham and I know you did take part in quite a lot of employability related activities. Could you just talk about that a little bit?
Yes, sure. I think one of the best, one of the good things that the university offered was a platform to apply for internships. I remember during just before the summer, we got a notification stating that these internships are available and you can apply. Internships in Singapore and I think in Canada as well. So those were really good opportunities. Other than that, we also had the PSU, the skills sessions, which are very, very helpful in developing your communication, your professional writing skills, which to this day have actually helped me, develop my professional writing. So yeah, all of this was a great sort of an initiative by the university to improve our employability.
I think the message there is there's a lot available,
Yeah,
and it's important to take advantage of that if you're coming to University of Birmingham and really make the most of the employability opportunities.
And lastly, like, of course, country-specific requirements. So once you complete a degree, do you have to do anything further, like any professional qualifications in conjunction to the degree you have to work?
That's a really good point about the different requirements to qualify as a lawyer. Now, they will vary quite a bit from country to country, but the good news is that UK law degrees are very well recognised as a starting point for qualification. Obviously, most of our students do look to qualify in the UK, but we have large numbers going off to different countries worldwide. In some countries, there's fairly straightforward processes, and I would say the UAE is particularly open to internationally educated students coming in and developing successful legal careers. In other countries, there may be further assessments to take, but we have a lot of expertise on that in the law school. And within our international employability program, we're able to guide all students as to the steps they need to take to qualify in their country of choice. Now, Bilal, you graduated from Birmingham and you're going through the English solicitor qualification route, but here in Dubai.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about that and how that works?
Yes, absolutely. So, Al Tamimi, the firm that I'm working for currently, is the only non-UK based law firm that is sanctioned by the SRA to provide training contracts. So really, a degree from University of Birmingham, or generally an English degree, sets you up to work really anywhere. More specifically in Dubai, because of the international nature of the work and the clients that we get here. So yeah, there's quite a few firms that offer England and Wales training contracts, which is a very good route into practicing law.
Right, so good to hear you've made good use of your English law degree, working in a very international legal environment here in Dubai. And I know there's many other students who qualify from, get the degree from Birmingham and then go on to qualify in other countries around the world. So it's a great launch pad.
Right, so far I hope you found this session productive, but we're not just done yet. We still have to hear from Bilal. How was his experience like from start to end? So, Bilal, how was it like for you, to make that decision to study abroad? In your mind, what was going on initially? Did you want to study in your home country, or what made you want to go to the University of Birmingham?
Yeah, I think there's quite a few factors. I think one of the most important one was the reputation of the university. It's widely recognized that if you get education from a good British university in the region, your employability increases considerably. So it was like a collective decision between my family as well that UK was definitely one of the best locations to go and study abroad. So yeah, that's how we sort of came to the decision that I should go to.
And how was the life like for you? You were leaving your family behind, going as a bachelor, I would say. So how was it like surviving over there?
Yeah, I think initially it was a bit difficult because you don't know a lot of people. But once you develop those connections and those friendships, I think it becomes it becomes like a second home. You have it's like a second family where you interact with people, you go out, you hang out with them. So yeah, I think it takes some time to settle in, but once you settle in, it's a very pleasant experience.
And how were the classes like? Were they big in size, big in number, or were they like small classroom sizes?
So it depends. So you have lectures, which are in which you have a huge number of students, roughly ranging from 100 to 200 students, and then you have more focused sessions, which are seminars, where you can discuss the matter with the tutor on one-to-one basis. So yeah, it really depends how the classes can be carrying out.
And I'm sure you might have had many fond memories, but what is something you remember the most? An
I
unforgettable experience.
Yeah, I think it has to be my friendships. I think I developed some lifelong friendships. And I think generally, if you go and talk to alumni from the University of Birmingham, most of them will say it's the friendships that they built. I've had friends who have moved to Dubai recently, and the only reason that connects us is that we was together at the campus. So yeah, I think it's those memories that you build with friends that stick with you, especially in that age.
And lastly, how the transition of moving back to Dubai then? So from the UK, you became a matured man now, you braved the rough waters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, coming back to Dubai, how was it like for you then?
I think it was a transition just like moving abroad to study. Definitely because this is you're going from the Middle East to the UK to study, and then you're coming back to work, which is a different transition. You're moving in a completely different new setting with a new mindset in a new city. So it took some time to initially settle in, but I think over time you get used to it, and it's a pleasant experience so far.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul and Bilal, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a
Appreciate
pleasure
it.
to be here, and thank you for hosting us, SR UK.
You're always welcome. Thank you.